Okay, I believe we are going. So it decides to catch up. Are we live? Oh, I see the YouTube chat's messed. You're meant to be over there. Right. There we go. Right. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Okay, hello there everyone. This is Mashinky and welcome back to Mashinky. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm just here to chill out again and continue where I left off yesterday. I did say that I was going to be doing Mashinky. My Mashinky streams would be on this game for a while, so you know, it's a nice game to just chill out, be chill, be cool, be hip. No, I'll never be hip. I'll never be hip to my dying day. No. Run slinky. Yeah, I guess it does. Hello, Shortest Viking. Welcome to the stream. Apparently this is the Slinky stream now. And why not? There we go, let's pull that through there. Have a water line through... Not track, really. There shouldn't be a problem. Unless I have mixed it up with the looks. Probably have. Is that wrong? To be like that, then can I... Oh! I'll do that. Almost cross the hipster bridge and then dodge the bullet. Well, that's a relief. I don't want to become a hipster. Oh, no. And that works and that doesn't. Huh. Okay, sure. Actually, let's just drop this entire section down a bit. Then this will have to come around. Actually, I can get rid of that. Drop there. Yes. And then I can just bring it together. Yeah, that sounds like it'll work. Just need to get this one down to... Oop. That's not what I meant to do. No. That should do it there. Alright, so we're embedding this very firmly in the hillside. What I'm doing, by the way, is continuing from what I was starting to do at the end of last time, which is I'm actually going to replace and tear out this railway depot and continue over here, because there is an upgrade option on the depot to get more powerful stuff out of it. So, I don't really want to be in a position where I do that and then I have to tear it out and rebuild stuff later. So it makes some vague kind of sense to me to try and just make sure that I've got a depot exactly where I want it, so I can then just preserve that depot and its upgrade. Plus it helps to make the entire track neater, you know? Just like that goes into there. And this track can wander around into... Actually, to preserve unity on that, let's just do this and drag it from here. There we go, it's all coming together. Just coming together like that. Put that there. Put that one there. There we go. And we have not a bad looking depot area actually. Let's actually sink the depot into it, and then we will bask in the splendour. I think that's the best way to put it, isn't it? There we go, there's the depot, depot number 3. And then... yeah, apparently there's no rails going into depot number 3 because whatever reason, I don't know why. Sometimes you use plans too. Plans are overrated though, aren't they? Then let's build the works here, and this will allow us to build the better stuff out of it. There we go. And lastly, we've got to pretty it up using an option I didn't realise existed until now. No, I don't want transpire setup. Which is I can actually plant trees. I didn't really look at this, I didn't explore this option, but I can plant, and I can click and drag, so I can get this entire area just treed up as much as possible. So there we go. Just make it look better. I can pay back for my damage to the environment by planting many trees. So there we go. Now we just need to give the grass some time to grow, and while it does that, I'll take out this particular depot here. So there we go. Straight through. I was about to actually I can demolish that anyway when the train's on it. So yeah, that'll just remove the bit of track I don't want. So yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately, you can't remove the signals. I can, however, use the train to block the track, so I'll delete the part of track I want to remove. So there we go. Perfect. That's gone. Close you. Fast forward. Just let some finances come in as we get some rewards. I've delivered coal, yep. I've delivered a lot of logs, yep. I'm well on track for deforestation, actually. Yeah, there we go. And this is my depot area. Now that the disturbed earth has gone away, it actually looks rather nice, I think. Or at least in my quote-unquote professional opinion. It was expensive, as you saw at the end of the last stream, just getting these bridges laid out. And making sure that they were all level. I mean, because of that, I didn't even finish this junction over here. But now that's stretching out, I've got this service track coming across on a wooden bridge. And then it all just nips under here and goes up to this upgraded depot. And I think that's looking quite nice. Yes, indeed. See, what else can we do? We could go into early steam age, but we haven't got a coal income. The only income of coal we've got is actually coming from this deforestation effort up here, and that tunnel is a massive problem. I need to fix that. Also, I need to fix this area too, actually. More important, though, I think, is if I really want to get more money. I need more money, more dinero, filthy liqueur. So, I should complete the connection to Luton and get access to this station down here. Since I did all that planning and prep work on it last time and then I never followed through on it, so since everything else is running okay right now, I should do that. Let's get another temporary track set here. There, how's that looking? Oh wait, so I can get up the hill there. I can't get down the other side though because of the mountain. Drop that. Drop that one. Just constant spending money like it's going out of style. There we go. We've got a bit of a sharp crest there, so let's level that out. But there we go. We got space to get across that mountain. Not too bad. There we go. That also comes really near Chester as well, but it's also near these woods, and there's coal mines up here as well, and ooh, there's York over here as well at 56. I didn't notice that one actually. Yeah, that's a track there. Right, next track we'll have to get across this mountain bridge section here. How am I going to do this? It looks like, well, my track is going to come along here. I should probably divert it a little bit onto this part here. Actually, I could send it up here into the high altitude bit, turn it, and then drop it down this way. So it'll be like an S curve kind of thing. Well, more like a right, an angle turn, then an angle turn, then it'll be coming this way past Lisbon. Yeah, that sounds like an idea. Let's do that. Let's see, if I want to do that, I'm going to have to do some earth moving. I think I can manage a decent turn here, and then I'll just straighten out along this line here. Then I can just angle it across here to get back in line with these tracks. So let's get these tracks out here first. Track. Track. Yes. Now I'm going to take advantage of this hill that's already here, I think. So I'm going to try and turn it like that. Then that'll turn into this line here, if I'm reading this correctly. It'll turn into there. Just starting to. Yep. Okay, that'll turn into there, and it can immediately get back onto the slope downwards. The problem is there's some rock in the way right now, so I've got to correct for that. Drop you. Right, just need to just get rid of the rock along this route. There we go. Yeah, and that's all that's needed really, just a little bit of earth moving following the natural flow of the land. And I can pull both tracks just straight up here, and I'm already halfway through this bit of mountain. Sure, it's uneven, but you know, it's organic too. Yeah, this is organic railway. None of that genetically modified railway stuff here. Oh, no thank you. No, 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 no. Right. I'm not even sure what genetically modified railway would look like, to be honest. It depends on what your opinion is, really, doesn't it? Right, let's see. Lift, lift, lift. Smooth that slope out. Lift that one too. Okay, that gets me straight past it. Of course, the trains aren't going to like me too much because it's a bit of a slope, but there's plenty of run up on either side. So, again, not really going to cause that many problems, I don't think. Now let's run this line past Lisbon along here. Yeah, you can start flashing at me that the warehouse is having problems. I know the warehouse is having problems up there, but getting more financially secure is a bit more important, I think, than the fact that I'm delivering too much wood to a place. So, there we go, there's the curve. That's the connection. Right, now, good evening, Epic. Welcome to the stream. And we are doing okay. I'm just very chilly at the moment. And not just in the the way I'm trying to chill out kind of way, so... Oh well. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. You have waffles. Yep, sounds like Viking's absolutely fine. There we go. I should probably also junction on this part too. There we go, that'll let the trains move through here without disrupting themselves. At least for now. I'll improve it later, again. Just got home from work. Well, I hope you had a good time at work. There we go. Across this mountain. Well, technically this is just a really steep hill, isn't it? Less than the mountain. It's between two mountains. So it's the bridge between two mountains that I've just crossed. Let's put this through here. You know, I think one of the good things about Mashinky that they've really nailed is just the music. It's really good laid-back music. I love it. Okay, right. So that's that. It just runs all the way along here. Now I just need to get it connected all the way along here too. Problem is there's a lot of slopes here, so I want to avoid turning too much as well, because you've got to remember that a turn restricts the train to 75. So less turns is definitely better. There's a bit of... oh, I see a bit of rock there. Yep, okay. I need to even out this rock just a bit. Yep, that's good enough. Sure, it's not flat at all, but hey... what can you do? Oops. Well, you can build straight back for a start. That'd be a good idea, maybe. Right, do it like that. Then I think I'll angle across here. So if I pull this along, then I can just do that. That looks more or less in line. I'm going to have to do a bit of earth moving to get it through because it's diagonal track though. This way, is that... oh, that's perfect actually. Awesome. Right. Just need to get rid of the rock that's in the way, like that. There we go. Straight through. Yep, and that's just fine. Okay. I'm almost at the stage where I can hook up to the station at this end. That reminds me, I was planning to do some road demolition and trickery at this end as well, wasn't I? Can't forget to do that. After all, we do need coal and wood supplies. Well, not so much the wood supplies. The wood supplies, I'm okay for wood right now-ish. But the coal supplies we do need because we don't have any kind of coal supply at the moment. Except for that forest, which is currently deforesting. As soon as that stops, I'm going to lose... oh, yeah. Nope, there it goes. Thank you. Collect reward. Right. That forest will no longer give me any coal, and it's also greatly reduced in output. So, where's my coal train? There's the coal train. I'm going to try and grab some coal. To be fair, there is some coal left, but yeah. I have been doing some later streams recently, yes, I have. It's also been a case of I'm trying to get back into the swing of it and just rediscover myself a little bit in terms of my streaming quote-unquote ability, whatever that may be. Plus there's the fact that I really was getting out of the habit of streaming for a while there too. So, close to midnight? It's nearly 11 o'clock for me. Daylight savings changed the times at the weekend as well, so... yeah, there's been a slight adjustment there. Normally this would be about midnight, but daylight savings put paid to that, so... yeah, it's only 11 now. If I want to get that unified, I have to dig out this entire hillside. That's not a good idea. It'll be really expensive. So... instead I can do this. I've got some extra sections in there. Well, it works out well for you guys. Yeah, no worries. Okay, so if I do it like this, demo that track, that gives me enough space to do a turn, and yeah, there we go. Very, very minor earth moving, just to get this track coming out. And then I can pull it like this, straight into there. Alright, that's connected. Now I just need to get this other end of the line into place, which is actually not too hard as well. Let's just run it along here, actually. Oh, there's a bit of rock in the way. Right, we can't have that. No, no, no. Right. Take that, rock. Rock is no match for bulldozers, apparently. I need to adjust it slightly, like that, and then it goes straight in. So there we go. Okay, we've got a connection on this end. Right. There we go. Now the reason, this is actually the biggest station I've built straight in when I'm connecting a line, actually. Until now, building town connections, I've only built a single track station. Except for that double track over near the toolworks because I needed a bit of extra room. But this is flat out as a 3-track from the beginning. Because, well, flat out, I need it. I need the minimum of 3 tracks on this thing. Probably more to be safe. So, let's go ahead and get this thing sorted. We've got our coal mine. We will get the coal storage extension. Actually, we need to get the... yeah, we need to get the station waiting room extension. Like that, which greatly increases the reach of it. We need to get the coal storage extension there, which should... This would disconnect the station. What? Wait, why are you saying that? What's going on? Why are you not letting me extend you into the reach of my station? Do I have to have that extended and then do it? Is that what you're saying? Too close to another station. What the heck? Timber tunnel support. Oh, I could increase that if I deliver wood to it. Actually, that's really convenient, actually, because there's a forest right there, which will feed into the same station. Do they have anything like Halloween across the pond? Yes, we do have Halloween, and that was tonight with the ghosts and ghoulies all coming out to play. Yes. Well, that's what I don't get any around because I'm in the flat, so... Yeah. Forest, extend you with a tree nursery. Go. Right, so that's fine. Then if I was to build the waiting room onto you, that would connect to the forest. Yep, right, okay. That's fine. That's fine. That was okay. This coal mine, though, is being fiddly. Like, it'll let me build there, I think, if I launch that. Can I build there? No. No. It'll let me build on top of it. I think. Well, it'll let me build a little bit on top of... Yeah, it'll let me do that. Won't let me build that way, though, for some strange reason. How strange. When I build my waiting room, that extends to there, unless I move the waiting room... No, the waiting room has to be there to connect to the forest, unless I can just build up platforms to do the connection. Yeah. Maybe I might be able to build up... If I put that there, I can connect to the coal mine, and then I might be able to use platforms to just flat out connect to that. Good relationship, what? Last year, you helped a difficult situation. We haven't forgotten. Contract to deliver timber to our tool shops. Thinking about another supplier because of our good relationship, we choose you. I feel like a Pokemon. Deliver 300 units of timber to... the toolworks near Cambridge. What? Huh. Okay. Apparently I've got something about that. Yeah, we do have Halloween, same as you guys. Well, there's probably a few differences here and there, but it's the same kind of thing. Postpone that one. Oh, postpone has actually made it disappear. Oh, okay. Know about Guy Fawkes? You mean the guy who tried to blow up Parliament? So, yeah. Fun person. So I can build that there, but I can't build it that way. Don't see why that's the case, but I don't know. The game's just being a little bit picky, isn't it? So that should build that there then. So that's fine. I can't extend the station this way like I can over there, so I'll have to move the waiting room in this direction to actually make the connection to get to the coal mine. Like I'm going to have to put the waiting room in that spot actually there. Wrong slope. Come on. That should fix that. Right, waiting room. If I put it there, yep, that connects to the coal mine, like that. I think. You're arranging the coal mine now, aren't you? You are not. Okay, why are you not? Why are you not? Why you do this to me? Why? Why you be so picky? Hi Link, just welcome to the stream. Don't mind me, I'm just slowly driving myself nuts as usual. I can't build platform there, it'd be too long. Yeah, that's too large. Can't do that until I get 6 months, and even then I want it going back that way to get more access to things. I'm over 3. Do they teach anything about the war between our countries? You mean the one where you ungrateful colonists told us to bugger off because we were trying to control you too much? That one. Well, that's kind of the gist of it, isn't it? Ish. Wait, I can't build a... Oh, I think I've just bugged the station now. Oh, jeez. Right. Yeah, I've just bugged out the station. Yeah, that one. Not really. They didn't when I was in school. Apparently you lot just don't matter too much. Well, actually I think it was mentioned at some point, but it was not really super focused on. Yeah, that's bugged. I have to actually kill the station now. And rebuild it. Just to get access to the... Well, close that. Then if I put that in there, can I build that? Yeah, now I can build a waiting room again. Which actually from there should reach the coal mine by default. Which is a bit odd. That should reach that, right? No, it's still refusing. No. Yeah, but they didn't really teach much about the American War of Independence and all that. To me when I was in school, so... Yeah, sorry to disappoint you guys, but don't really know much about it. I'm going to have to move the entire station forward. There's no other way around this, I don't think. I'll do it like that. Yes, there we go. That should be in position to get into reach for the whole thing. I still need to do some extension work, like get a waiting room in here. Like I have to do the waiting room. Like that to get access to it. That should now have coal access though. Unless it's, I'm still being really stupid. Yep, there we go, that's got coal access. Right. Now, platforms. Can I build one there? Yep, one there, yep. Now that should have wood access if I'm also correct. Do you have wood? You have wood! Right, there we go. Ugh. Well, at least we were worthy of song. I'm glad that we left that much of an impression on you unruly lot, so, yeah. be fair though, we are what? We are the limey buggers, aren't we, or something like that? I don't know. Limey blighters. I think that's what we were called for that entire thing. Something like that. We're the limeys. Yeah, so, yeah. You can tell I know a lot about that time, can't you? Oh yes. Be amazed at my totally authentic knowledge. Oh, I'm out of money. Oh, jeez. Right. Money. Am I at max loan? Please say I'm not at max loan. I am at max loan as well. Oh, darn it. Demolish track there. Demolish the track there. Demolish the track there. Okay. I'm selling my track to try... Yeah, this is why I'm connecting this thing in the first place. Because I know my money generation is not very good. I need more passenger trains because I need more money. Just so I can get all this sorted. That's why I'm building this thing in the first place. That cost me 20 to replace that. A couple of passenger trains have made it in. So, okay, I'm back in. I'm back fluid again now. Right. Jeez, that was a bit of a mess. No problems. Called something different for us. I don't know. Maybe not. The royal family, but I like my rights more. Well, the whole thing goes. America is the land of the free and home of the brave, or something to that effect? Question mark. So yeah, you guys are very fond of your independence. Okay, I could build a coal... I could build a Russian. A 210 Russian. It would cost me coal to operate it, but it would... it's a 95 mile an hour, 650 horsepower coal train. Speaking of, I should actually find that other coal train and scrap it because I don't need it anymore. Is it up here? No. Right. Called anybody limey buggers. Okay. If that's how you guys want to play it, that's absolutely fine. I'm pretty sure there was a bit of animosity and name calling at the time, though. Fairly sure. I'd be surprised if there wasn't, to be quite honest. That's all unloaded. Right, you're fine, so you go to the depot because I don't need you anymore. Right. Not by the Liberals. Well, it depends, again. And it's really weird. It's just conjecture at this point because we're looking back at it, so... Who's to say? Who's to say? Hi little me, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. I've got 32 coal to run this thing. To run this 210 Russian. I think it's not Russian because it's only a single S, so it's a Russian, I think. Then let's add in... actually, I've got plenty of wood. I could go for a lens. 0.55 for a 50% increase. So yeah, the lens is more space efficient than the Talbot. The only drawback is it costs me woods to build it rather than money. Yeah, but I think we can claim responsibility, Yankees. Yeah. Only came on to say that, so see you. Oh, okay, see you later, little me. Sure. Let's get this. Since I've got the wood, let's actually get this thing kitted out with. Oops, don't want that many. Unless no, I can't afford to put signal boxes right now. So get rid of one of those. So we've got 5.64 coal train, which runs on coal as well, which has got to get from here all the way to here, and then all the way back to here on 39 coal. This is a bit silly actually. I don't think it's going to make it. So I should just go ahead and connect it to this one, shouldn't I? It's a little bit closer, just a tiny bit closer. actually, it's a hell of a lot closer. Yeah, let's connect it to this one. But then again, that one down there produces more, but it's just getting coal started, which is a bit of a thing to be worried about. So this one should connect first, I think, just to get things rolling. I can just pull that straight out of there, actually. Give me a station. No station. No. Damn it. Right, station. I want a station, please. There. A doodle is dude. Really? Can't quite angle properly, so let's do it like this. There we go. Yeah, that'll reconnect there. So I'll pull coal out from this place instead. At least until I have some coal to get the coal trains actually, working. Which strikes me as slightly important for running a coal train. Surprise, surprise. If you're going to run a coal train, you need coal. Oh my God! It's a revelation. I am Mark III, the greatest seer to ever live, or something. I don't know. Connect to that. Yep, there we go. Okay, train 14. I dare you to call someone from the south of the US a Yankee. If it isn't that like quote unquote redneck territory or something? The god bothering south? I don't really know. Just scrap that entire coal train. I'm just waiting for coal to build up because I think it builds up running costs while waiting as well, so I don't really want to do that. Just pause, it's Cambridge with multiple keys. Oh, deliver timber to Cambridge is back as well. Yeah, I don't know what you're laughing about, Epic. New York is totally in the south. Yeah, definitely. Very much so. What's your capacity, actually? I don't know. What's this train's capacity? It can haul up to 72 coal. Right. That's a hefty amount, actually. Let's get it in motion and see if it requires maintenance, sustenance, and coal while it's doing that. You're a Wolverine living in the south. Okay, I don't know if that's what they call it, but sure. Yeah, that's running pretty fast. Get it into here. Actually, it's not really costing me much coal to keep this thing running. Yeah, it's not costing me to keep it going. So, yeah, this coal train will start supplying me with good old coal. Off it goes. Yep, it's slowly starting to burn coal through now, but at least it's going to get there just fine. And it's actually the fastest train on my tracks at the moment. This one. At this area, because I've not really looked at it from down on here yet. But now we're crossing the bridge, so just across there is where the depot is. But now we're moving along the lakefront. There's the maintenance track over there. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. It looks quite nice. At least I think so, anyway. And I think we should be turning now. Yeah, here we go. There's the crossing. Here's the incomplete junction. Oh, you can actually sit in the... these upgraded cars actually have a passenger box in the middle, apparently, because there's this little watchman box or something on the front of it, and you can actually get in there apparently with the camera. So it's like, yay, look at me, I'm sitting in this box on this car. Why is this thing even on this car though? I don't understand. Still looks like a roller coaster ride though when I'll do it like this. So. I don't know. Part of this game is just the scenery, I think. It's nice and relaxing. I should probably hop out of the train now to make sure I've upgraded that toolworks to get as much as I can with my current reserves out of this coal I'm about to start looking to it. So let's hop out. Coal train is wandering quite happily. Right, okay, let's get this this toolworks upgraded. First off, heating plant, which greatly increases the efficiency of it. I think heating plant turns it into a 1-to-1 on... No, 10 coal makes 8 treated coal, or whatever it is. Yeah, just 10 whatever I'm hauling turns into 8 coal. Let's also increase my wood efficiency too, because I completely forgot about these last time, upgrading my toolworks to get more out of it. Here comes the coal train. Go ahead and dump it. That only cost me like 6 coal or so to get that out here. So yeah, that's definitely going to be okay. Anyway, the other reason I did that rather than get the passenger line running is because now I can get some coal reserves to get a more powerful and faster engine onto this passenger line. So, always a good thing. Getting more powerful engines. And I couldn't do that without some kind of reliable coal supply. Like, that's 35 right now. Let's let the coal train come back and see how much it is when we get there. I tell my 3 during the American Civil War, the South fought the North, and the South called people from the North Yankees. I thought Yankee was something that the British came up with, but okay. That does sound quite familiar actually, so. Here comes the coal train, 72, there's 54, 55. Okay, so roughly plus one input slash output from this coal mine can be handled by a train. One of these trains at this size. No, the English gave us the name Yankee when we rebelled. Oh, so it was us. Okay. We Brits love to take credit for everything. It's part of the wonderful world of the British. We're responsible for everything, so yes. Also, why is there wood in this station? I have no idea. Also, this station is actually overloading with people. So that means I can definitely stand to have some better passenger trains rolling around. In fact, didn't I just yeah, here we go. First class passenger cars. Not sure where I got those from. I think it's been unlocked by this work structure, but I've also got access to the larger log cars and things too. So I can actually build first class cars without jumping to the next age, which is quite interesting. All I need is the 50 timber, 50 coal to build the upgrade to the depot, and then I can actually get that out there, which is quite nice. How's this place doing? Too much wood lying around. Okay. Let's keep building Rusians. Let's get another Rusian out. This one will carry... I've only got the 1 car for lumber, so 5.6. Can I afford a bigger thing? I can. So let's upgrade this station with a single box, max +2. can't build on rock, that's absolutely fine. I want to keep this side free, but that means I'll have to try and deal with this rock on this side. If that's... Okay, that should be fine. Build a signal box. There we go. And that will allow me to extend the station to size 8. So I can get a bigger lumber train rolling around. Which is all to the good. Station. Okay, yep, that's all fine. There we go. Size 8 trains starting to roll. 7.94. Ooh, that is very close to being the absolute limit. But your orders are to go to here, grab a full load, and then head off on your merry way to this station here. Get started. How much can this thing actually hold? This upgraded train can hold 63 lumber in a single run. Okay. So it's about, yeah, it's actually about 50% greater, and it's faster, and it's got better acceleration compared to my current lumber trains. So, yep, here it comes. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Right. Massive load there. Absolutely massive. And with the upgrades I made to the sawmill at the end of last time, it's actually not overloading on logs as well. Still, there's a slight fact that the station at the other end at Milton Keynes is not actually outfitted to receive a train of this size. Tough choice, select an option. Company's reputation, government's transporting, I'm delivering passengers right now, so just do that. Also, it's about time to expand this station's use as well, because there's a lot more trains coming into here now. Too many, truth be told. Let's see how this one handles. It should unload the ones in first and then unload the other ones. Yeah, there it goes. And it does it more slowly as well. Yes, I was correct in thinking that. Right. But that's given a massive amount of that. Which has given a massive amount of lumber. So, yeah, that's all good. Okay. I can actually scrap my other lumber trains now. Because I've got that more powerful and larger one rolling around. Right, anyway, I got distracted. Right, let's actually get this station connected over here. So, if I need to roll that around like that to get it out, right? I can pull it safely off here, like that, for this connection. I have to modify the terrain a little bit, but that's kind of part of the course at this point. That should be about right. Like that. It's affected the appearance of the lake just a tiny bit, but I can fix that later if I want to. Yep, upper slope, angle, roll it this way, angle. Oh, actually, let's get this and angle straight up like that. There we go. Okay, so we've already got an input rigged up in the direction that we want this train to be able to go. Now, to expand the station length, I need to have those two, then I'll pull it around like that. And it needs to get onto this side here. Let's get through onto them. I'm thinking maybe a tunnel would be a good idea. If I lift that up, what's the heights? That's a height 7, 9, 9, 10, and it's 7. Actually, that would be about waterline at best, so that might not work, that one. That would be very close to waterline. No, you know I've got a significant other, but do I have any siblings? Yeah, I've got a younger sister, actually. We've lost touch quite badly over time, but yeah, I do have a younger sister. She's off up in Scotland these days. Well, these days she's been there for years, actually. But yeah, you know, she went studying there, and she lives up in Glasgow with her boyfriend and her son. Yeah, I don't mind being asked stuff like that. It's absolutely fine. 1, 2, 3. No, I need that one. 1, 2, 3. Blink. 1, 2. Guess I can do it like this. Install the bridge. I've got 2,000 money right now. Okay, let's install a stone viaduct. That'll give a single through point though. But this is a very inefficient and expensive way to build bridges. So. What are you sorry to hear? The fact that I've lost touch with her. Well, we weren't actually that close, so it's okay. Yeah, it's just how it worked out, basically. It's one of those things, you know? There's no point really getting too upset about it because, as I said, it just happened over time. So it happens. Some people's families are really close. Some people aren't that close. With me and my sister, we're just not very close. So yeah, it is what it is. Honestly, we were never actually that close, all things considered. No. So that's how it was just easy to drop out of touch after a while. So I know she's doing okay and stuff like that, but we just don't really talk to each other much. Actually, at all. I've not spoken to her in about 1.5 years, I think. Something like that. So. Oh, that's too far. That'll connect, I suppose. Well, actually, that can pull out. It gets in the way of the station expansion. Actually, I can demolish that road. Yeah, there's not really something to feel. You have an older brother, and we can't stand each other, so. Too close? Yeah, that's definitely one way of looking at it, yes. Can't stand each other, so you're too close. Yep. I can see where you're coming from with that one. There we go. Yep, just hook it straight into that. So that will give access all the way around there. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we now have access to the town of Hamilton. And we can get a new train up to start doing vaguely passenger-ish things through there. Let's unpause it, get some more lumber out, actually. I said I was going to scrap some of my older lumber trains, so go to the Depot U. I want to wait until after they've delivered, of course, but... Yep, there's a coal train running through there, absolutely fine. There's the other one running around with us. Oh, you got stuck? Oh, right, because I repurposed some stuff and didn't redo the signals. Yeah, I really need to upgrade this station. You can go to the depot as well because you're the other timber train. The lumber trains are the ones with logs after all, aren't they? So off you go. And because, of course, if they're coming from this direction, they have to use this little wooden bridge here to get past it and into the depot section. It's on the maintenance side rail over there. I'm sorry, I still do really like how this section turned out. Sure, it's a bit busy, but it's a depot, you know. It's this big depot where I can build any type of engine or vehicle that I want to in this that I've got access to. So I want another Russia. Yes, I want. Let's give you 7.94. Yes, you're the new other lumber train. Pull those and then go over to here. We'll see if 2 of those trains are enough to deal with that. But now it's time to get a passenger train out. We will give you again a Russian because that's the top level route right now. If we go forward in age, we can get dining cars, which is plus 25% income. But we don't have access to that right now, and we don't have the coal reserves to do it because these engines cost coal to build. So I'm just going to build a whole bunch of. Build this massive first-class train. Can I fit another car in there? 8.5. No. That's not what I wanted. Can I fit a Pullman onto the end of you? That's what I want now. 8.16. Oh, no. Oh, I can't fit the really, really tiny passenger car onto the end of this first-class passenger train, so I'm absolutely gutted by that. 7.59 though, that's pretty good. Okay. And this will be our our first first-class passenger train. Running all the way down here. You just hit the character limit there, Epic, so I didn't see what the rest of your question was. So you'll have to break it up a little bit. This may be inefficient with first-class cars, but it's actually maybe inefficient, but it's actually 80 passengers still, while my other trains are running around with 90 odd. So it's a small downgrade, and it's going to get more money. So we wanted to ask something, but it's always seems to be a bad time to do so, including now. Consider, I even see what you said about the MX-90 flexible ballistics. Which part? You said several things, actually. Hang on. Well, you could have just asked in the comments. Or, well, actually you're asking now, aren't you? Never mind. Dashboard. Open up the new tab. I'm not going to lie, though, you were going to be asking something way more... Yeah, I thought that as well, actually. I really did. Oh well. How is this train doing? This train is operating at 32. It's a bit slow off the mark, but it is kind of heavy still. If I was in the next stage, I'd be building the bigger engines onto this thing. Well, that's my first class train just rolling out. Hopefully there's a coal train about to arrive, because I'm about to run out of coal. Yep, there's a coal train right there to keep things running. Okay, let's actually get onto this. So there we go. We got that. Let's actually come back a little bit. We're hanging out the side of the first-class cars, because this is totally where we want to be. Yep, we dropped 75 because there was a corner there. But it's building up a bit of speed, even though it's going up some hills right now. Oh, this one's actually got a rather deep whistle. Actually, that's a very... It's deep, but it's not very powerful. Putting the weapons loadout onto the King Crab. Oh, that comment. You mean the racks plus AC-20? Yeah, I did look at that, but I didn't get around to responding, and then forgot I hadn't responded to it. So yeah, my apologies for that one. It fell. Whoa! Look at how that first class car bent. Oh jeez. Right. Yeah, I did look at it, and I did think about doing that. But there is a massive drawback to doing it on the King Crab compared to the Mauler, and that is just the sheer width of the King Crab. Because there are many situations where cover or friendly mechs or so many things would block one of your weapon limbs, and so you wouldn't be able to bring one of your weapon systems to bear. That's one of the drawbacks inherent with the King Crab. You've got to be aware of how wide it is. I mean, sure, the extra 10 tons to play around with would be quite nice, but the layout of the mech is just not really conducive to that kind of the flexible loadouts, because part of how it's flexible is that the weapons are actually close together as well. So if you can hit something with one of the weapons, you can usually hit it with the other as well, if you need to. Hey, give me money and coal and things. In fact, with that reward, I might as well boost up to the next level. So let's get into the early Steam Age. Yes. Now it's updating the map. Click, click, click. I am in the next map. Okay. Yeah, this train is actually doing quite well. Anyway, that was my overall response. Yeah, it's not as good on the King Crab as the Mauler. Though you would be able to carry more ammo and all that stuff because of the extra 10 tons of weight. You'd also be a much more important target than the Mauler as well, because at the end of the day, King Crab is like, ooh, big scary crab thing, and the Mauler is like, oh, it's a Mauler. Oh wait, there's something scarier next to it. Let's shoot that instead. Because the Mauler is sometimes taken as a bit of a joke, to be quite fair. At least I'm pretty sure it is. It's definitely not one of the highest priority targets out there at the end of the day. There's just more important things to shoot at. And that actually serves the Mauler quite well a lot of the time. Oh, these two timber trains are actually managing to keep the amount of wood in this station down. Interesting. Opportunity. Deliver 200 iron ore and 200 coal to any foundry? What? Oh wait, the foundries produce the metal, right. Anyway, I've got enough stuff rolling around right now with the upgrades that this place is no longer overpacked, at least. So I can do stuff like this. Are there any more extensions I can do? I can get a toy shop and get some money for an increase in wood, but I don't really need money right now. I'm starting to expand my money just by getting those first-class trains rolling around. Speaking of, I can build the bigger engine now, can't I? Yeah, I can build the GS2 engine. It requires 75 copper, not too great. I could build some more 210 Rusians. They cost 40 coal each though, and I've got several of them running now, which is actually causing some strain on my limited coal supply. I could, however, build 284 Class 65s. Same running cost, but they use wood instead. They're a little bit slower than the Rusian, but they're more powerful. And they're a little bit shorter as well. Yeah, the 284 seems to be quite nice, actually. Goes 90. So it's actually a bit heavier as well, but it's got the a bit of extra muscle to it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get that, and let's equip it with more stuff. I want the coal cars, please. Coal cars. Here we go, coal cars. I don't have any metal income, because that's only just unlocked. The Linz, I decided, is a worthy upgrade to the Talbot. Let's see, that's a 72. If I equip it with the Talbot, how much can it handle? On a size 6, which is what's rolling around. I think that's a size 6 anyway. You are a size 6, aren't you, buddy? Actually, yeah, you're running to that station, so you are a size 6. Never mind. Right. 5.78. Your orders are to go to this station here, where I'm already getting a coal supply. Load, and then go to here to dump it, of course. So the question is, how much can you actually hold? That's what I want to know, and you're not telling me. Okay, start. Go. Tell me. Actually, that holds 72. Huh. That holds 72. The other one holds 72 as well, with the bigger cars. Anyway, back to the thingy. Back to the... Well, it's a loadout on that mauler I really like. I've left it on that mauler ever since I put it together, to be quite honest. So, you know, it's good. I like how it works. But you could probably put it on some other things. Found that survivability is far better on a crab, despite being a higher target. Yeah, that's true, because the mauler, end of the day, it's not as an important target, but it's fragile as well. I admit, though, I didn't really look at putting onto any other mechs, apart from the crab and the mauler, because honestly, the crab and mauler are the two that I've got, so, you know, it didn't work out too well. I couldn't find a different mech in my loadouts that I could, in my inventory that I could actually put it onto, because it's actually a little bit too big for the mauler. If I have to be absolutely honest about it, it's a little bit too big, just a tiny bit. Really nice, big, beefy engine. Tasty. In my personal opinion, for my personal playing preferences, the King Crab's weapon hardpoint arrangement is too much of a penalty to be worth the upgrade in terms of the chassis. So the Mauler is just better for it than the King Crab in too many situations for me to be comfortable with for making the switch. I know that's a bit judgmental of me, but that's how I feel about it at the end of the day. So you're loading. You're doing alright. That coal mine is at +2 right now. My question now is, what would an equivalent train with the other type of carriage operate with? What would that be worth? So I've built another 284 Class 65. Then I'll build the other wagon type, which I have access to, which is the Linz. I'll build it up again to a length 6 max. Ooh, I can actually fit a tailbot on the end of that one, so fit that. And this train will now have... How much can this train actually handle now? $78. Okay, so 78 versus 72. Alright, so if I go with the lenses, that's actually better. No, I said I'm sorry if that's judgmental. It might be a little bit in my estimation, but... well, you know I can be a bit biased sometimes towards this way or that way, but I'm willing to try other things. You're saving up to get a dial so you can run quad UA5 and UAC 20. Oh jeez, that's gonna... oh jeez. Well, that's gonna be a fun one, I can tell you that. If you're in reverse, go back to depot. Send you back. Yeah, apparently I can get a slightly higher cargo capacity using this guy. So let's send this car back to the depot. Right. Is the other one still loading up? The other one's still loading up. What about that other one? What about the GS2? The problem with the GS2 is it's long and it's got double the operating costs. But it's slightly faster and it's got way more power. So that would be a lower capacity coal train and double the operating cost as well, but it would be more powerful. So I don't really know what to think about that. It's a slight speed increase, but it's the power increase that makes it interesting. But the length of it though is a big downside. So I'm not too sure what to make of it. Oh, using the more advanced carriages also makes a train that's slightly lighter, so it has slightly better performance too. So you're the one with the better cars. You can get rolling. You'll be fine. Yep, off you go. And then I'm gonna scrap off a bunch of cars off the other one and build it up using the new configuration, which is going to be the Lins and a single Talbots. So Talbots, then Lins it. And one. Your orders. Oh! I never actually gave that train orders, did I? No, I did not. Okay. Go to there. Load. Then go to here. And unload. There we go. Almost sent that train loose on my track with no orders whatsoever. Wouldn't have been a good idea, that, to be honest. Of course, the thing is, I've also got that other coal train running around like that right now with 72. It's slightly faster, but it doesn't have as much acceleration. And with the track limiting things down to 75, it's not really worth having that enhanced performance on it. I really need more passenger trains on there. I mean, I'm actually building a... Actually, I should get rid of my loan. Let's repay my loan. Let's get rid of all that. Don't need that. So, loan's gone, finally. Ah, you've delivered. Okay, go back to the depot. So you're going to be stopped. And this one is going to be started out. So, the coal trains in this area are going to be these guys, whatever they're called. These 284 class 65s. There we go, second one's on the track. That's going to get that one running. There is, however, going to be a coal train built around the bigger engine as well, because there has to be, quite frankly. So let's sell off that pure train there. That's gone. 90. Yeah, because I'm about to get another coal train and it needs the speed because of the distance. And the fact that the other trains running on that path line are going to be the same faster train. So I need to build up this next train on the advanced GS2 engine. Right, GS2 engine, 75 and 145. I'm waiting to get a bit more coal, because otherwise I'm going to have my coal trains grinding to a halt. Build on Smurfy with 3 UAC-5s and a UAC-20 on an Annihilator. Yeah, the Annihilator suffers from a slight lack of ballistic hardpoints though, and it's Inner Sphere Tech versus Clan Tech as well. Well, Clan Tech's lighter, so that can't be helped too much. Okay, it's still processing all that. 9500, good. I'm going to wait until this next coal train gets going. Oh, there it goes now, actually. GS2, build you, right. And I've just got that, so I'll get 25 wood. Hooray, 25 wood. To add to my 300 odd I already had. Okay, now, you're going to be coal train. You're going to carry coal. Enough said. I'm going to put some lenses into you. To make the most out of this, I need to build an 8-lane train. The problem is I'm using lenses, so it's actually costing me lumber, which I need to get the station upgrades to do that. So, okay, 7.93 length on this train. Yeah, for the absolute like ground destroying Dakar, Dire Wolf is the absolute king. End of the day. Okay, that's that, and that's that. This train is going to run from one end of my track to the other. Basically, this goes across my entire network. This one. That's why it's got the faster engine on it. And we're going to see how it does. So here comes the big beast. Hello, old friends. I remember you from my first Mashinky stream, and you look just as good now as you did then. And off it goes, using that huge engine for a coal train. Oh well. This is the capacity though. It actually holds 99 coal. Not too bad at all. The shortest Viking, sorry, you'll shut up now. What? Shortest Viking didn't complain though, Epic. Yeah, you're just sitting here, patiently loading, and then in the background, that massive thing just goes past. Still, that's 99 coal load. The stations can only hold 200 without an upgrade, so... Ooh. Oh yeah, wait, I upgraded that one. I didn't upgrade this coal man though. This is going to be interesting to get sorted out, isn't it? Yep, here comes the coal train. Chugga chugga. It keeps building up towards 100 and then it's stopping because it hits a corner. There we go, off it goes. Full speed ahead. It's averaging about 86, I think. Though it builds up pretty quickly once it gets into the straights because of how much raw horsepower that thing's got. Just hit 90, 92, 93, suddenly it drops because of the corner. It doesn't really lose much on the hills, but the corners are what's keeping it down to 75-ish. I should probably include an unloading order, shouldn't I? Yeah, from now on I should include an unloading order as well. No, not full load, a full unload order. Now, how do I remove that order? Okay, that's how I remove orders. Fair enough. This station needs an upgrade though to handle more traffic of a larger nature. So let's do that. Demolish, tear out this section along here. A bit of earth moving is required, but I'll do that. Let's modify this to get a 3-track station in here. Okay, I've got the wood to do the upgrade, so I'll grab a signal box, which I'll put down there. Right, that allows me to have up to the size 8 station, like that. Ready to a treble. I don't care that you're talking about something, I'm not a liberal. Really? Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, but the ideologies, they have a few things to answer for, to put it mildly. There we go. Wait. Need to modify this end, of course, to get the trains in here too. But because of how I arranged it, it's just like slap it in, and then and there we go, Bob's your uncle. Right, that's fixed. Station massively upgraded. It's now big enough to handle the large trains. Oh, I've heard stories, right? I have heard stories. I think I can guess. Right, here comes the train. Massive load. Coming through. And then off it goes, quite happily. Okay, so what's the statistics? No, I don't want station statistics, I want that train statistic. Where's the train gone? There's the train. Oh, it's having a few issues because of the slower trains on the same track. That's fine. It costs 34 operating cost and it gets 99 per trip. So it costs about a third of the resources to do the trip. So a third of what the thing hauls is what it uses to go and do the entire journey, roughly. Which is actually kind of bad. It's only 66. Yeah, one haul of this is enough to run 2 other engines on the same journey. That said, how far along is it? It's almost there again. So roughly 1.1 or 1.2 income is enough for a single engine doing that. Let's get some more engines in here. Let's get yeah, a GS2. Equip it with the coal wagons, the lenses. Go, 793. That's actually used up all of my wood. But we're going to get another coal train running along here. So there, full load, get it started. So it's already heading out. And then go to here and make sure you unload. So there we go. It's not going to accept no from an answer on this end. There we go. So yeah, we've actually got some decent coal supplies going on now. So using a 2 coal cost engine is a little bit painful compared to if I was using a slightly slower 1 coal cost. Actually, I could probably get away with a 1 coal cost, couldn't I, because of all the corners and the weight of the trains. But these faster engines though, the raw power and the fact they look so good, I think that's worth the cost in making them slightly less efficient. I think it's worth the cost to have something like this just rolling around on the tracks. At least that's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. Now, let's actually get the coal mine upgraded. Let's get the coal storage up, which is going to go... Still not letting me do it there for some reason. Let's put it that way. I'll do that. I could get an extra coal output if I had enough coal to build a maintenance shed, but I don't. But that's now an income of 2. That's enough for 2 trains. Yeah, that's fine. I've still not done anything with the wood up here, though. Or the passengers. But I'm actually I'll get plenty of income for passengers. Everything else I'm short of. So yeah, I just need more resources flat out at this point. And I need to replace my older trains too. Jeez. It pains me to say this, but I really do think I should be using the more efficient 1 coal engines. On this distance, not the slightly faster but also much more mighty 2 coal engines. 1 coal engine would probably be enough to do it, quite honestly. And I am sorry to say that, but again, this is a symptom of not having any benefits to how far you're going, and it's doubling the cost of the run. If I use an engine which would give me a slightly slower travel time, but roughly the same, but also carry a bit more, then, and I could run 2 of those to running 1 of these at the same maintenance cost to keep it fueled and operating. It's a bit of a no-brainer, unfortunately, isn't it? It would just be better to have the more economical engine. I mean, the change in performance is not really worth it. End of the day. So I'm going to have to use the... I mean, even the 95 is not really worth it, I think, on this run. So the 95 on the Rusian is quite nice, but the 284 Class 65, 5 miles an hour slower, a little bit smaller, more power. So that would give more reliable performance, even if it caps out at 90 rather than 95. With the amount of time they spend above 90 on the line is just not significant enough for the most part. And it's killing part of my soul to say that too, you know? I really, really do like how these big engines look. I mean, that looks awesome. I like it. But I'd be having a much more efficient line if I was using the 284 Class 65. The 65 would just be so much more effective on it. Yeah. I mean, I went with the 65 over the Rusian even at this distance, and it's the track that's causing the problems. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to outfit with 65s for this line. I'm going to recall the big, beefy, excellent-looking engines. Well, actually, I'm going to recall this train too, even back to, because you're a Rusian. I mean, this guy's chugging along at 80, and he's on the big straight stretch. Ugh. And what's this about bad porn music again? What? I don't really hear it. Quite honest. Let's get the older trains out and refit them. You're an old log train, so you go back to the depot. You're a Rusian, aren't you? Yeah, you're a Rusian, actually. So let's actually replace even these guys with Rusians, with the Type 65. I think the Type 65 just has a commanding blend, and it's just too good to ignore it. But I'm especially getting rid of the old trains. The ones that are so badly outdated. I mean, I've got trains that I've had running from the very start of the previous stream. the most basic engine type available, and so, you know, it's about time that they were gone. Right, you're empty, so you go to the depot. All non-Russian trains can go to the depot. Sorry, not Russian. All non-Type 68s. Hey Jason, welcome to the stream. And yeah, it's a train sim. Yes. Actually, do I have a list of trains? Oh, here we go, train list. Right, train list. Right. How do I do this? So, train and number. Oh, okay, that's located. Right. I've still got this guy running around up here. My very first one. Right, what are you? You're a passenger train. Old one. Go to the depot. Right. You're an old passenger train as well. Go to the depot. You go to the depot too. You're an old wood train. Game says no. What about you? You go to the depot. You're a log train. You go. What are you guys? Oh, you're the slightly faster ones. You go to the depot too. I'm basically selling my entire fleet to upgrade them at this point. There's the Russians. Let's divert them to the depot as well. You're in the depot and stopped already. Right, fine. And unfortunately, here is the C2s. Hiya, Tim. Bye, Tim. Enjoy your Halloween. You go to the depot. So yeah, the G2s can go to the depots as well, because they'd just be more efficient if I didn't have them as G2s. End of the day. So everything is converging on my depot at the moment. Except for the couple of Type 6s I've got rolling around already. Let's get it all sorted out. Yep, those guys are still running around just quite happy. Is everything pulled out of there? Yep, everything's pulled out. That should be all of my trains I'm wanting to upgrade now coming back. Yep, they're all back. Right. Is there anything else out here except for these guys? Just sitting there huffing angrily in the station because he knows there's no one else doing anything right now, so he's not too happy about it. There we go. Okay, last range is coming in. There we go. And that's all the trains. They're all in there. Every last one of them. All these trains. Oh jeez, this is going to be a nightmare to sort through. Right, sell. Just sell it all. Go away. Don't need you anymore. Go away. I know I'm stripping out a bunch of cargo as well, but can't be helped. Sell it all. Sell all the things. My clicker game training coming in quite handy there to sell everything really quickly. Right. Okay, so my network is now pretty much empty, actually. Let's get my train list back up. Oh, there's one. No, that's the guy on the other end. No, I didn't want to upgrade him. Right. This entire network has 2 trains on it. So let's get started fixing that. We want the Class 65s. They cost 50 lumber to build each, so I need to get lumber production rolling now to get that fixed. To get the lumber, That is just fine and dandy to do it like this. 782, yes. Start. Go to load. Go to unload. Okay, so you'll be fine. I need to get lumber flowing into that yard again because, you know, I just gutted its supply line as well. So another 65 with I think we worked this out last stream, didn't we? That the Nottinger is not as effective as the Studinger, I think, as far as the sheer capacity of the train is concerned. I need capacity more than I need weight on these guys, so 7.83 length. Besides which, I don't have wood to spare because I need these guys to get my wood production started back up. So start. You can run to this one. Load. There we go. Okay, grab another one. Once again, loads up with all of the cars to get in lumber. And yes, I am aware that I am building these things too big for the stations. That's because I'm future-proofing it. So I'm getting the trains up to speed now, and then I will be enhancing the stations to handle it as the more lumber becomes available. So that's the plan, at least in theory. Yeah, it is a little bit, isn't it? I can see where you're coming from with that. Let's see, let's grab another 65. And I want, again, Schrödinger. Okay, so I've got one running to this forest over here. This forest is actually good for 2 though, so I want to add that. I want to add the station, not that. Yeah, there we go. Station, load, then go over here. You can start. How fast assembly lines can be, but yep, that's just silly. Yeah, the thing is we can't build full-size depots, can we? It might be interesting, but it'll also be a bit of a trick too. You're running okay. I need to get one up into the mountains, so that's another train I need to get put together. Let's grab that. Full length Schrödinger. 783, yes. Though upgrading this particular loading station up here to be compatible with the Class 8 size 8 train is going to be a bit of a trick. I'm going to have to do some earth moving to do that. Wait, did I start you up? Yes, I did. Okay, right. So, got 2 trains running from this one. I've got a train running to this one. I've got a train running up here to this one. Did I miss any of my previously connected places? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Yeah, that's my existing forests all connected. Okay, right. Now let's get some additional coal trains running because we need the coal at this point. So we've got a whole bunch of Class 65s just added after all, but we don't have any extra coal being brought in to supply them. So this was, if I recall correctly, Lindsay's the better. Your past 2 chat comments. Sorry, last mech online question. On your next video, are you going to feature the Zeus again or a different mech? It's got to be a different mech, because one of the quote-unquote rules of my whole Mecha Online video set is... Oh, I can't even afford the lenses. Right. I have to get lumber flown. It's like trying not to feature a mech too often in a row, kind of thing. And honestly, the Zeus has been present in, what, the last 2 weekends, or is it the last 3 weekends? I think it's the last 3 weekends, actually. Definitely a lot lately, so it's about time another mech came up in rotation. I mean, that's why you didn't see the large pulse laser equipped King Crab for a while, because it was just out of rotation, so, you know. Gotta be fair to all of the mechs in turn. Though it's also too early in the week for me to actually have a plan on which mech I'm going to be featuring this weekend, unless you want to see... Yeah, 2. Yeah, that's still more than usual. But unless you have a particular mech you want to see, or you want to see what I'm trying to do with the Zeus, and I'd be willing to do it again. I mean, you're the main respondent I've got on the Mecha Online videos, to be honest, so, you know. Rank hath privileges and all that jazz. 7.1, 7.7, okay. That's a full coal train. Your orders are to go to here for a full load. And then go to here for an unload. Start. Right, so how much can this coal train actually handle? 108, so yeah. More efficient, and it can carry a bit more. So. No, you do you. What? You mean me just decide what me want to play in me, own me, thing me. Me. It's all about the me's. Yes. But, okay, if you don't have a preference or something you want to ask for, then yeah, I'll figure out throwing some random things. That. Despite scrapping most of my money-making trains, by the way, I still have 10,000 money. So I have 10,000 raw cash right now. So yeah, I'm not at risk of running out of money at this point for the first time, I think. But if I start doing some serious earth moving, then I probably will again. That's just how this game goes. Okay, let's get another lumber train out here. Because there's plenty waiting over there, so I should make sure to move it. What about your spider question? Did I ever find a loadout for the spider? I'm sorry, I missed that one because I started to respond to the one about the Zeus. It's like, oh, that's a question, let's respond to that, and then I managed to skip the spider. Sorry about that. Did I find a loadout? Not one I've nailed down, quite honestly. Though having it running around with a large pulse laser and jump jets is actually quite a nasty mid-range fighter / skirmisher build. I mean, sure, I could go with the sniper version, which is like an ER large in the chest, but the large pulse is more DPS and more friendly just running around because it doesn't generate as much heat. So yeah, that's what I'm currently doing, really. It's jump jets and large pulse more than anything else. And I know it's odd, me using a mech with jump jets. I mean, wow. But it does happen from time to time, so you know. It's not the strangest thing to have ever happened as far as my Mecha Online stuff goes. At least I don't think it is, anyway. That's running. Right, let's get, now that we've got some wood supplies coming in, can we afford an additional engine? No, because the engines are 50. Yeah, me with jump jets. I mean, that's almost as bad as me having that Zeus running around at 70 kilometers an hour last weekend, isn't it? And I noticed you didn't actually comment on that one. So, you know, weird times for everyone. How much have you got left? You have 27 built up. Okay, let's actually expand this forest with a nursery. Get more stuff in it. So that's got more income. More wood. This one is running at +2. It's not enough for both of the trains it's got on it right now because they're bigger than the previous ones, so it needs an upgrade as well. Make sure I'm actually doing the right one. This one. Nice. Can I give you not a lumberjack storage because I don't have wood for it. Oi. But I want to try and boost my wood income. I can just send one out actually to the farm network to bring in more wood over that way, because there is that forest over there after all. So, oh, now why did I build out of those? That's not the one I want. I want the other one. 7.8, yes. Orders are to go all the way out here to Luton for a full load of wood. And then you're going to come all the way back down to here for an unload, so off we go. Yeah, from me. Wait. Believable for... Wait, so which part is believable and which part's not believable? I am now slightly confused. Not that that's hard to do, but, you know, I am now slightly confused. I think I've lost the plot just a tiny bit. Let's see, let's get the Zeus with an XL. Well, to be fair, yeah, I mean, I was the genius that started using a king crab with an XL after all, wasn't I? Oh, there's plenty of lumber actually building up in here. Maybe I need a third lumber. Yeah. Hey, I'm a big assault mech that's supposed to be getting shot at a lot. Hey, let's put an XL engine in it. Yeah, I've done that before after all. So yeah, I can see why you would expect something like that from me at least. Yeah, I think I need a third engine on this now. Let's get another lumber. Okay, orders are again to go to there, load. Then go to here and force an unload. Start. So we've got a third lumber train rolling now. Lumber production is really rocketing up now. Though with that running up, I really should improve this network over here just a tiny bit. Now that said, now I'm actually getting some lumber reserves, I should actually build my passenger trains back. That would also be a good idea. But the thing is, a lot of my stuff now doesn't actually use money for maintenance, so I don't really need it. I need money for building stuff. So let's get another one. Okay, right. What do we want? Darn it. Well, the thing is, Epic, I mean, you saw that video at the weekend. I had the XL and I was charging up to face people at close range with it. And even worse, I survived. So, you know, it's all relative, isn't it? Let's see, this one, 200... I need to start delivering to a foundry to get access to some steel reserves. Are you a... Yeah, you're foundry, right. So I need a coal mine and I need some iron ore to come in. There's 2 iron ore mines right here already, right by my network. So, right. There's also a steel mill right here next to my network as well. Do I want to use that one though? That's the question. I think it's the only steel mill right by my network, actually. Yeah, it is. The problem is, it's so close to the tracks for my sawmill. So I don't really want to have another major station right here. Though then again, doing that would avoid the need to... I could have a split in the line coming past the sawmill here as the entry to this particular station. That could work. Yeah, you don't really need a great connection. It's not a high rate one anyway. Just something steady. You don't need something fast. Thing is, this needs multiple resource types to even produce stuff. What does it need? It needs 3 coal, 3 plus 2 or 2 plus 1 to make. Oh, this thing actually produces coal supplies as well. Huh. So running from here, I'll actually get supplies to run my coal-burning trains from it, as well as iron. And then the iron, of course, will have to be delivered to the toolworks over here. Yeah, MechWarrior Online, most of its demands are directly on your computer itself, not on your internet connection. Except for getting the game in the first place and downloading it. That is a bit of a hefty one, but, you know, nothing major. Yeah, I think I'm going to tap into this area again and develop it to operate my foundry. Sounds like it probably might come back to bite me in a bit, but, you know, you got to live a little, haven't you? So anyway, let's pause it because I'm going to demolish this line here, and this is where I'm going to put my station. So yeah, demolish. Station's going to be across here, which means I need to get a 10. That's an 8, so that's a 7. Wait, 7's sea level, isn't it? I can't tunnel, can I? Oh, that needs... Damn it. I can't tunnel at this location, can I? It's too low. Drop that to a 7. Raise that to a 10. There it goes. That's the tunnel where I want to put this tunnel. Will it let me, though? Actually, it will. Okay. Interesting. It will let me put a tunnel through there. So, okay. Do that. So that's the tunnel underneath that location. Demo those. Because I need to get a connection through here, of course. For trains leaving here to get back into this area. What the heck? How am I going to do this? I can extend the loop here and then pull that around. However, that would reverse the tracks, which is not, again, not ideal. Thing is, I want the station to be here, roughly. Like that. Transformers online. Wait, what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be the length of the thing. However, doing it this rotation does not leave room to expand it if I need to, which is another downside I just realised. So yeah, never mind. All this earthworking wasn't actually required. So it's better if I run the station lengthways across there instead, which will be a little bit easier in general too. So, oh well, no worries there. At least I figured this out before doing a lot more progress on it, so there is that, I suppose. Do it like that, right? And I can actually bridge across here to get up to it as well, so that'll also help. Flatten this area, right? So this is going to be where the exit is, which means I need to turn it like that. And then like that. Okay, so like that. Station there. I think he can, yes. But we won't know how stable he'll be until he tries it. So I would recommend, with 650, get it and try it. It is a free-to-play game after all, so, you know, nothing lost there. You don't have to pay to get it. And just at least give it a whirl and see how it works out for you. And see if you are happy with how it works out. If you think it's still lacking too much, then yeah, go ahead and say, yep, I gave it a shot. I don't know why I'm demolishing that, don't need it. You gave it a shot, but it wasn't quite what you were hoping for. So, oh well, no harm, no foul. But at least you gave it a try. That's what I would suggest, really. I want a tight corner. Which means we need that and that. Oh wait, there's no point in me doing that, is there? No. Look at me, I'm wasting money. Yay. Oh well. Because that's as tight a turn as you can get, so there's always going to be that gap there anyway. The bright side though, this is now actually slightly higher. So that's going to help actually, that's what I'm trying to do. So, pull out, get rid of those. Yep, that connection's okay. Let's level this up so it's higher still, like that. I need it to turn that way, so... Yeah, this is what I meant when I said that the green stuff would be helpful in building. Especially if I'm doing any major construction work, like this. Died many years ago. Yeah, I'd never heard of it either. The thing is, that's something I would have actually been interested in playing. So, I'm quite surprised, because I am a Transformers fan. I just never heard of it, so, yeah. Kind of sucks, but hey, what can you do? Not a lot. Okay, so that's... I can't get rid of that. I need to drop this down, though. Do it like that. Get rid of that though, I can drop it down further, like that. Yep, that's looking okay. Do I love Michael Bay? No. Not really. I'm kidding, I'd totally send him a wedding ring, if I could. Michael Bay, if you watch this, marry me! Pretty please! I'll be your biggest fan forever and ever and ever. Yay! By the way, please try not to bomb our house where we inevitably move into and live happily ever after, more than like once or twice a week, please. I'd like to have at least that much time to recover between explosions and near-death experiences, if that's quite okay with you. Pretty please, yay. Bye. And yeah, there we go. No, I don't approve of what Michael Bay has really done to the Transformers franchise. Not really. Transformers Prime was an excellent cartoon set. Michael Bay's stuff is like have all the explosions and action and then too many characters to shake a stick at. So yeah, he's done some serious missteps with it. So no, I can't say I approve of Michael Bay. Not really. I mean, maybe he's got some good talent, but yeah, it was misapplied as far as the franchise is concerned, so yeah. I've not even watched the more recent ones, to be quite honest. So I'm sorry, Michael. I hope that won't affect our love and our future relationship, but I just don't watch your movies. Not anymore. You have to have fireworks in the explosions. True. True. That's why I said don't try to not to blow up the house more than twice a week. There we go. Okay. I've actually got a connection back here that works now. Yay! Mechs with shields kind of TF2 numbers wise, and you get hurt, you can transform into a car. If you're a good driver and knew the map, you could get away and heal every time. Was it anything like War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron? Because those are the two most recent Transformers games I played. And they were pretty darn good as well. Okay, so this is going to be where the steel is going to come in. I need steel to make a dining car. That's why I'm doing this. Yes, got to remember that. Yes, yes, very important. The problem is I need to connect it to a coal source. I could divert one of the coal trains running out of this source here to this area, actually. Got to even that out. It's got to be at least a 3-track station, of course, because of the required intakes. There's got to be one train. There's got to be space for one train to. Actually, no. 2 is the minimum track size for this particular station. Sorry, not 3. So let's build it up to a 2-track for the moment, and then expand to 3 later when the traffic gets heavier. If anyone's wondering why I'm saying this is a minimum of a 2-track station, it's because you need to have. It's got one output resource, which is iron bars, I think. So you need to have space for a train to be waiting to fully load on that, and you need another track for the station to be able to, you know, just receive those resources to produce that thing. So you need to have access to that to get it all sorted. Oh, I can actually plug it straight into here in terms of an output line. So, okay, that works. Yeah, that's. I thought I might have to connect it a bit even further out, but no, that's fine. Put it there. Well, War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, Shortest Viking are actually really distinctive Transformers games. Very distinctive. They're also the only 2 made in the Transformers franchise by the studio that made them as well, so if you've played other games, they are not a bearing on those 2. Because, as I said, they haven't made any of the others. But they are excellent third-person combat games. And the way they imagined Cybertron and the Transformers and the fighting, it's just, well, it's actually mind-boggling. They did such a good job of it. I keep hoping they'll come back and do a 3rd one, actually. And did I watch? Yeah, I've watched most of the TV shows, actually. Actually, I think I watched all of them. Except for, I think, Beast Machine... No, not Beast Machines. Beast Wars. That's the only one I've not really watched all the way through. All the others, I've seen them. So, yeah. I especially liked... Prime was an extremely good one. Transformers Animated was a good one as well. So, yeah. I liked Transformers Animated. That was a nice... What, Beast Wars? Yeah, I didn't really get into it, but I got into Beast Machines, which was its follow-up. So yeah, I'm not completely ignorant to the whole Maximals timelines thing. It's just that I didn't really get into it until Beast Machines, which is the one, which as I said is the one that came after. So. Can I just tunnel through here actually? Yeah, if I want to spend 400 on it, that's fine. I can just say, I can afford to just casually say, yeah, let's just throw 400 at this thing, and it's like, it's okay, I've got 400, off we go. It's actually a very weird feeling for me that in this game, because this game has been a bit of a struggle for resources for the most of the time. But now I actually got some decent stuff and a decent network rolling. It's actually starting to come together. Yeah, Beast Wars, I've only watched like a few episodes of it. And as I said, it's the only one I've not really watched much of. So yeah. Were they fast-paced, third-person team fighting with abilities? Yep. Very fast-paced and well done. So they also had some survival modes and things too, but for the most part multiplayer was team-based. Well, this is really awkward to work at that angle actually. There we go, that's all fixed. Tunnel through here, which goes all the way down into here, and then that can go all the way to there, so yep, so that comparing the 1985 Ghostbusters to the new remake. I've not looked at the new remake for Ghostbusters. I didn't dare, basically. Not after we got slated so hard by any opinion source I've looked into it about it. So, you know, it's like, maybe I should give that one a bit of a miss. End of the day. So, it's a shame, really. I mean, they tried to do the whole, like, yay, look at us, we're doing progressive, we've got female Ghostbusters and things like that. And then they made such a terrible game based on that as well, because, yeah. I've heard of the game, so, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Like I said, what was it, the 2010 game was absolutely great for Ghostbusters, though. I loved that one. I played it through, like, 4 times. So, yeah. I don't know. Anyway. What, please don't watch the new Ghostbusters? Okay, sure, twist my arm. I won't watch it. No, not at all. Anyway, I've got that. I was branching out that way, but I wasn't trying to build... Yeah, I wasn't actually trying to get to this Toolworks, so that was silly of me to even do that. Yeah, you really should give it a try, especially if you can find any kind of... it's been out for a while, so it's a discount, but the campaigns sections are great too. And they do such a good job of telling the story and things like that, so, you know. I recommend War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron so much. Can I cross a bit that? No, that'll go over. Okay, that'd be too long. Orders, go to here, full load. Then go to here and unload. There we go, so we've got an iron carrying train. Right, I need to find the one that's running from Luton. Is that you? No, wait, this is station 15 near Luton. Wait, what? Why are you... I did build a way in, didn't I? Why did you do that? There's a way through here. Yeah, that is connected, I think. Oh. Oh. There's actually a traffic jam. Actually go... Oh. Well, this is rare, actually, isn't it? I think I need to expand the station. Tiny bit. Right, delete you. So that I can do that. Right. You go into full reverse, please. I think the station needs an extra track on it. That shouldn't have happened. Okay, you're backed out. You can go in. That gets things flowing again. So getting the trains out of there and moving. Now that should be connected. Now you've jammed. That's what the next one's going in. You're happy. You're coming in. You're happy. You're coming in. You're happy. Right. Okay. So now where is my steel train at? It's not in the depot, so it must have come through. It must have gone somewhere. Where's it gone? Because that is definitely connected. Yeah, go through there. Yes. Come through there. Yes. I think my steel train's wandered off somewhere. Don't know where it's gone. Where has it gone, actually? Going to restrict the streams to one... Oh, wait. Whoops. You're right. I got distracted because we were talking, so I blame you. Very much so. Where's my steel train gone? Steel train, where are you? Where are you? What are you doing up there? The hell? What are you doing? You're supposed to be going to station 18, which is this way. Unless there's a signalling problem somewhere. That's all fine. Yep, that is the correct direction. Come on. Yep. Anyway, general streams... Yeah, generally I've restricted the stream to an hour. A longer stream would be like an hour and a half-ish to maybe 2 hours. Though sometimes the stream will roll on as far as like going on towards 2.5 hours, though I'm trying to avoid that one. Right now we are at 2 hours 10. So we're on the long side, but we're not overly long. Yeah, I need another station up here. I need to upgrade the station. It's getting clogged up again. No. You're not meant to go that way. You're meant to go this way. Okay, so if you're not going this way, why aren't you going this way? All that's connected. Ah. Aha. That's the problem, right there. Okay. Right. Go to reverse, please. No wonder it couldn't find the way. The track wasn't even connected. Right, so you're reversing. You'll hit the stop. You'll turn around and go back into the link. You'll be fine. There we go. Okay, now you can find your way. Good. I can't believe I did that. Okay, right. Where is the one coming in from? Yeah, coming in from up here. I want one from station 15. Oh, here's one. Right, you. Yeah, I told you it would do nasty things to your download when you first pull it down. I have not seen Owner in a while, and Sporty I have not seen in a while either. He's been on Steam a couple of times, but I've not seen him in the stream chats or anything. So I'm going to send him a message and see if everything's okay. It might be that he's just gone off the channel for a while or something like that. Because he's not even been commenting, so I don't know. Either that or something's come up and he's distracted. I don't know. But I'm going to find out. So I'll try to find out if he'll respond to me. Anyway, Station 5. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little bit tricksy here, because I'm going to tell it this coal train coming in from Luton to go to 18 here. And then I'm not going to give it an unload order. So it'll unload as much as it can coal here. And then any coal remaining, it'll go out to Milton Keynes and finish unloading. So I only need a small amount of coal compared to iron ore. Actually, no, I need more coal than iron ore, don't I? Yeah, I do. Okay, right. But that'll make sure that coal is getting delivered properly. Wasn't there a second train running that track? No, there wasn't. I never built a second train. Never mind. Because I couldn't afford to. Your hard drive is down and only have a solid state drive, so you have to delete something. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think you really asked how if it was a big game or not, did you? So yeah, sorry about that. Probably should have warned you. It's a bit of a big one. Let's see. Let's get this 1, 2. 1. Wait, is that enough space to turn? No. Wait. That's just 15. That's all 13. That's 15. Right. Actually, I can just level that, and that'll be where the station will sit for this mine. I'm going to have to bridge across here. The wooden bridge will be fine because it's like, you know, it's the connection to the mine. Who cares if it's a bit rickety, a bit unstable? Yeah, I care about the safety of my people. I care so much. Right, drop it straight down. But yeah, I am kind of wondering what happens with Swarsea. Owner, I think he's not been around as much because, if you remember, he got a new job, which was taking up all of his time. So, yeah, I think that might be what's happened with Owner. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. That's a quite an aggressive bit of bulldozing that actually to get that station into there. Wow. Yeah, even after you got the download, then it starts to update more. So, yeah, I think you're in for a bit of a rough ride with a 120 gig hard drive, Viking. As long as you make sure you don't delete something that you want to use, though. That's said as well. It's all too easy to do that sometimes, to be honest. Let's drop this here. Actually, that should connect up there, I think. Right. That should be able to connect straight into. Oh, wait, that's an angle. There's an angle here. Increase height of view. Increase height of view. There we go. And look at me just casually bulldozing the side of a mountain. Just because. No, that said, I'm actually down 3,000, so I really should get some passenger trains rolling. I'm actually getting this. I didn't mention this, I don't think, but I'm getting this mine, this iron supply going exactly for that, because once I get a little bit of iron, then I can actually get dining cars, and then I can use that to build high-profit passenger trains. I'm just lucky I don't need to spend much money building the engines at this point, since I can build wooden engines. So, there is that, I suppose. Let's see. I want to get iron ore. I can build a Fisher, a Linz 2, or a Fax 2. Huh. Apparently I can just fax the iron ore around. But no, that's a bit of a joke there. Linz 2 is much better than the Fisher. It's slightly longer, but it carries 50% more. Though that says the Fax 2, the one bit made of iron, would be a massively useful one. I mean, it's length 20, but sorry, it's length 0.68, but carries 20. But I don't have any iron to build it yet, because that's what this entire thing is about, so. 7.74, okay, there we go. Go to here, load, go to here, almost sent it to my sawmill. That's the other reason I don't want to have, didn't really want to have more major stations near each other. It would be too easy to accidentally send a train to the wrong one. Still, 144 ore in that. Wow, that's a lot. I think I might need to upgrade this mine if I can. Offices. I can extend the storage as well to get an even bigger boost. And frankly, I'm going to need more iron ore rather than less, so I really should. Epic refurbished means that someone got it before, but then there was some kind of fault or there was something they just didn't like about it, so it got returned. And rather than like just write it off, the shop will they'll go over it, try to make sure that it's all fine, and then they'll sell it on at a reduced price, so you can get the machine for cheaper than you would otherwise. So that's what refurbished means. Oh, you know. Oh, sorry. Sorry, you asked refurbished, so I guessed that you didn't know. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page, you know? No, that gives 2 wood to do that. But yeah, that mine is now producing 4 though, so that's a lot. Oh, so you're getting it from your friends? Okay. I don't think that counts as refurbished. That's just second hand. Okay, so there's that coal train. Yep, that's a coal train going through the tunnel. It's going to drop off some coal over here. Just throw it all in there. Then off you go. Jolly good. Yeah, it's a good way to get it, especially if your friends get some decent hardware. Can I get another extension on you? Can I improve your processing capability? Only if I had some iron, which is another reason to get some iron. It'd let me process things faster at this lumber mill. Me? Pay attention to the chat? What are you smoking? It sounds like it's really powerful stuff. Yeah, it's the thing is I've got to glance across at the chat, so I will miss context of things. Plus I'm playing a game as well, so I'm a little distracted. So you know, it's neither here nor there, isn't it? Okay, we've got an iron ore train on the move. Okay, jolly good. Keep going. And with that, I'll be able to start processing some iron. Actually, can I do anything to this to improve its efficiency? I can get a sheet metal mill, which gives me extra efficiency on it. Or oh, actually, both of these are straight money upgrades. There's no reason not to get them. Interesting. Let's put a blast furnace on. And a sheet metal mill. So yeah, both of those are on that foundry. That foundry is now fully upgraded as far as my current tech can take it. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, but yeah. Also, how has that train got one iron? I don't understand. How has that train got one iron on it? Yeah, that's processed quite nicely, but now it's out of coal. It really needs more coal to come into that one. Which means I need to get more coal flowing in general. Can I upgrade you at all? Actually, I could put in a maintenance shed for an increased output. Let's do that. Maintenance sheds go there. Why is there a wood train coming down that way? I don't... Oh wait, no, yeah, I sent a wood train up to the other place. That's why. Thanks. Apparently three trains hauling out lumber is a bit too much, though. For the amount of logs I'm sending into this place. Yeah, I definitely need a fourth line. Anyway, I increase the output on here. Are you coming from station 16? You are. Okay, I'm going to dedicate you. No, actually I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add in an order to that. Just go to station 18 to unload. Then go to station 5 and unload anything remaining. Because that seems to be a good way to go about it. Vikings about to get electrocuted? What? Laptop was a beast in 2012. Or 11 or something like that. Oh! Yeah, Viking, how dare you use a 6-year-old laptop? It's not allowed, it's not safe. Don't do it! Don't do it! Quickly everyone, say don't do it! Try to save the Viking! The Viking must not be electrocuted. No! Or something to that effect, I'm guessing. I don't know. Oh, here comes another coal train, actually. That's great timing, that. 160 iron ore loaded. Do 50k battles in From the Depths before 2.0. Oh wow, that is actually a beast of a laptop, yeah. I want a laptop like that. Yeah, I remember dial-up. Very much so. Also, my first train full of steel is now rolling off, so... It's just got these massive ingots laid out in the back of it, hasn't it? Oh wow. Look at the sheer mass of steel on that. Let's go to the back car. Yeah, look at that. That's just these massive blocks of metal that I'm hauling around. I'd hate to think what the weight of these things is. Not that much, actually. It's only 289 tons out of 102. So this is oddly light for how much metal there is here. Didn't do it well, but it could do it. Well, it was better than my desktop at that. My recent desktop, I can tell you that for a fact. So there's the coal train wandering through. Right, here comes the metal train. No, that's the iron ore train. Oh, that metal train has run afoul of the hill. Oh no. It got caught up and now it's jammed up the line behind it a little bit. Oh well. Okay, unloading my first batches of metal. Actually, can I very quickly, can I do anything to upgrade my metal output? I don't think I can I? Oh yes I can. I can do a farm tools factory. That'll help. So let's put that in. Oh, that's kind of big actually. Right. There we go. That'll improve the efficiency of metal refining coming into here. So go ahead. Unload your metal. Oh, collect a reward, 200 money. So one train load is taking me from 20 to 36 metal. Okay, good. Right. Let's get my first new passenger train out, and then I think it might be time to call the stream to an end. So, we're not going to use the GS2s because of the increased coal cost on it. Not worth it on the tracks I've got right now. So, we're going to pull out a 284 class 65. We've just got our metal supply, so we're going to get a dining car, which is plus 25% income on it. So, dining car, install that. And then the rest of the car is going to be first class. Do that. We're going to... Oop, that's a bit too long. Oh dear. Cell 1. Right. 7.47 in length. Is there one... no, I can't even fit a Pullman in after that because dining car's same as first class cars. Okay. So that's my new passenger train. Now, I'm going to get the minor train running between Aberdeen and Kilmarnock, because those are my smallest ones. They only had a single train before, so you know, might as well do that. Do that. Okay. Let's accelerate time a little bit because I've got some station upgrades to try to shoehorn into this. So, hi Draxvis, welcome to the stream. So, the thing is, I want to spend 250 on upgrading each of these places, because that way you can get a signal box, 150, increase the station length. No, the stream has been going on for just over 2.5 hours. Yeah, I'm going to install a restaurant at these places. That's as far forward as that can go. Actually, I'm not going to bother with the signal box right now. I can get other things though. Let's put in a restaurant. No, restaurant and waiting room. Yeah, that's a good idea. Restaurant and waiting room. So, waiting room increases catchment area and increases loading speed as well, so faster turnaround, jolly good. But the thing is, the restaurant gives me a 25% income buff. So I'll install that there. Apparently it's got its a bit of a catchment area as well. So it'll expand catchment just like the that will, but I'll just put it there for the moment. Sorry, that's how? What? No, yeah. Yeah, that's it, yeah. I hope the tooth's a little bit better for you, Trackbeer. So that's that. So I've got 25 income buff that end. I'm going to put another one in here for more loading time and more stuff as well. So, a waiting room, because this town grew that way when I upgraded to the next era. I've noticed that advancing the era and makes your towns grow, so that does happen. So that's that. So 25% income at each station from having restaurants there. Then I've got the dining car on the train itself, which is another 25% income. And then I'm using first class carriages, which is another 10% on top of that. So this train has reduced capacity and a massive amount of bonus income to it. So we're going to see how well this does. It's 64 people. And it's going to get full loads because these stations have been idle for a while, so they've not been sending anyone out. Yeah, and also because it had faster loading times because of those upgrades as well. Loading speed in half the time because of the waiting room. It loaded up really fast, and so off it goes. Actually, if I put the dining car at the far end of the train, this thing could use, doesn't have a penalty when using the 6-length stations at all. That's even better. The dining car just sticks out the end. So it's coming in here now. I'm at 8,280. I can actually check statistics on this anyway to see how much it makes. It's going to unload. Unloads in 2 ticks, flat out, really fast. Delivered 64 people. Actually, that's my only income for a while, that one. So, hang on. Let's see what that was. Station income plus 350. So it says plus 350 there. So let's wait for it to get back to the other station then. I'll have to watch the numbers here and just see what that does. Also, I really do need to get this network sorted out over here. It's a bit of a mess still. Here it comes. We are now at 484. This train is pulling in. 484, 500, 112, 122, 128. So okay, so each passenger brings in 2 money. Doing it that way. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Anyway, also my warehouse is overloading a bit again. So this one got filled out at some point. I should actually get a freight loading station, which is loads in a third of the time and gets extra capacity. So faster turnaround, faster unloading, faster everything. Just a really good idea for an industrial station. Go. And then there's no coal coming through here, but I could greatly increase those if I spent some metal on it. There's also, if I also remember the fact that I wanted to get a 3rd station length in here too, because there's too many trains rolling around. But the faster unloading is going to help with that too. So build that. Then this is going to have to. Oh, that signal's in the way. Another main problem with the station is that actually only one train can come in at a time. So it might be a good idea to do some extra signalling on it. Just so that we got two separate branches where, so two trains could roll into the station at once if needed. Like that. So that separated those two sections. At least. But yeah, that train unloaded so fast, and then it just drove away again. And here comes another one. Yep, gone very quick, and then off it goes. Alright, sorted. This station is still a mess though. In fact, I suspect it's actually full on iron ore, but it's not got much coal, so it really desperately needs more coal. Where are my coal trains? There's a coal train. Your orders are taking you to station 16. Yep. Okay, you're the other train that's going over there, which has not been modified. Okay. So you're also going to drop off at say 18 as well, then head over to 16. Sorry, 18, then head to 5. So that gets an extra coal train coming into the foundries over here. There's apparently a bit of a traffic jam. Oh, I see. This area doesn't have many signals. That's why. Okay. Got to fix that to increase the throughput. There we go. That should be better. And yeah, then there's this section here which is causing traffic jams. Oh dear. Things are never done in this place. There's always something else to do. And it's, yeah, it makes a slight mockery of saying, oh, I'm going to end now. And it's like, nope, there's still some more stuff to do, Buster. Nope, there's something else you want to do. Something else caught your eye. Okay, I can afford a drying storage, which is extra processing speed on this, which it really does need. There we go. So this sawmill's getting bigger and bigger. Not big enough though. It still needs more. How come I didn't make roads like this in City Skyline? Because City Skyline. Actually, I did try to build roads like this in City Skyline. I mean, don't you remember the, what the? No, bugger. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. Really, really super bad. Oh, wow. Right. Well, anyway, back to that. Epic, I did build roads like this in City Skyline. The problem is that each road was not an individual link, only allowing one way for a single flow of traffic. Each one was massive numbers. It was highways and 6-lane roads and stuff like that. And and the cars kept crashing into each other and stopping when they tried to change and merge lanes at random, basically, wherever they liked to. So I had nothing like this level of control over the layout and where the traffic went in City Skylines. Even the train lines, I couldn't do it because it was like it was two-way. Though I could at least put down one-way sections with a single one. Yeah, Shortest Viking has realised what's just happened in this game. So, yeah. Oh, bugger indeed. Anyway, I need to fix this. And I need to do it now, I think, because I probably won't remember to if I go and wait for the next stream, which sucks, but I'm going to have to find a way to fix this now. Because it's vaguely important. Just a tiny bit important. Seeing as my entire flipping network just ground to a halt because of lack of fuel. So, yeah. I didn't stop to realise that the foundry is really inefficient in giving me coal fuel. So, and I've just diverted the bulk of my coal output, which is coming from this station here, to my foundry to keep getting more iron, without realizing that was actually taking away the fuel that's keeping my entire network going at this point, because all of my trains, except for my original founding train running around up here, are coal trains. They need coal. Enough said. So, yeah. I just shot myself in the foot rather badly. So I'm looking for somewhere I can get money-powered trains out to just get coal around the place and get a coal supply running off the network, because my network is now completely clogged with dead trains. So, yeah. If I tried to do this on my network, I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. It wouldn't work. And actually, I've not been doing anything in the top left corner of the map, so I'm thinking I could get... I could go over up here. There's like 3 mines in a line. There's 2 up here, and then down here there's another one down here. I could grab those and then connect it to this toolworks down here. And then that will be a dedicated coal supply line, just feeding me coal to keep my trains running. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea, actually, just having a dedicated fuel supply line. And one that doesn't run on coal, because if I tried to do that, it wouldn't actually start up, so, you know. Because I'm out of coal, so. Yeah. Anyway. I need a single track station running along here. How much wood have I got? 265 right now. Let's check my engines. What can I get? I think it's going to be CSD 321s, actually, this one. Because CSD 321s are purely money powered. They require 3, so they're expensive, but they're really small. 550 horsepower, so they've got really high power to weight ratios on them, and they can still manage 80. But the most important thing is there's no coal or wood involved, so yeah. And yeah, that'll do for that. So I think I can just curve it around there. Yes, I can. Okay, so that'll do like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 2. Like that. Do I ever watch my own content outside of editing? Sometimes. Sometimes I go back and check something, but normally when I'm editing it, I wind up going through the entire thing at regular speed, or watch most of it again at regular speed. Why? Is there something I've missed somewhere? Because that is a bit of an odd question to come out of the blue, that one. Whoops. Yeah, is there something I've been doing that's a bit odd lately? Or is there some video you want to bring to my attention by asking that? Or is it just one of those things? I think that's the question, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Drop that. Yep. Okay. Yeah, if I watched all of my content, that would be a massive time sink. Because remember, I was there when it was being put together too, so, you know, not great. Drakvia, you watch yours and probably delete it so you don't watch it. Okay. No, just asking, just curious. Okay, sure. Sure. Actually, with my money reserves, I don't need to worry about. I don't need to worry about having a single line. I can just build the line. I can just get the line straight out there. Let's do this. But yeah, I do review my content every once in a while, and sometimes I will go back to something, though most often I won't. So normally it's a case of I watch most of my content like 1.5 times. Like I'll watch it once when I'm actually doing the recording, and then I'll watch it once when I'm making the content. Then if I do any editing, I'll watch the bulk of it again, just going through. So 1.5 times. And then sometimes I'll go back and look at something again else and do something like that. But yeah, I don't often revisit my content after the editing is done. Okay, let's actually expand this. Okay, so this is going up here. Oops, I keep accidentally doing that. Right, first coal mine. First coal mine. I'm going to equalize down to here. Okay, so that requires a bit of a bump there. Okay, that's where the station's going to be. Give me another 2 length there, because of course I'm building this thing to last, so like that. I think that's enough. Length of 2, then that'll be, yep, that's the curve. Right. I've spent 2,000 on this track already. It's just a good thing I had plenty of cash reserves to fall back on when this problem came up. So like that. Drop it back in, and then that'll reconnect straight through there. Right, so I've actually got a 2-line track set up there. Now, I didn't put a last thumbnail on the Macro Line video. Oh, I thought I had. Okay, right. I'll revisit that and double check that one then. The thumbnail is not actually related to watching my own content. It's something that is done separately. So yeah. Right. Yeah, I'll get that fixed. Yeah, it's no worries. Sometimes I do need to be reminded of things. Sometimes I think I did something, but then I didn't, so yeah. It's fair. It's all fair. Now what I'm doing is, because I've got this upgraded single depot thing going on over here, I'm actually going to stretch out a track to get from this depot over to my new line. So I can use this depot to get the coal trains out. Maybe it's a bit of a weird way to do it, but I don't know. I can always come back and alter this thing later, so... There we go. Yeah, I mean, I have been doing a lot better at just getting the thumbnails done consistently. So all of the content I've been doing of late pretty much has had thumbnails on it. So that's a good change. But if I do slip up and not do it, then yeah, it is something I want to know, because it's something I'm trying to do to improve general quality. So, you know. That'll do. Should probably include a passing point, actually. Should I include a passing point along here? Actually, yeah, I should. It won't need more than that, but just some kind of passing point would probably be helpful. It'll let me send a few more trains through it at once, if needed. But there won't be really needed to do that, except when I'm doing a big refit on things. So, right, like that. That's actually a slight problem there. Sometimes I get a bit anxious about things. Yeah, that's one of my flaws. I am aware of that one, so don't worry about trying to soften the blow or anything like that. Sometimes when I get anxious about things, I actually get quite self-analytical about it, so it's good to know yourself. At least that's how I approach such things. It's good to know more about yourself. Like, I know for a fact I am a god among men, and you are all blessed by my presence, and nothing can ever beat me or best me or get me down or anything like that, but on the other hand, I also know I can be quite silly, and I just like to laugh at things sometimes too. Including myself. Nothing's holy, so yeah. But yeah, it's all in good fun. No, that way. Yeesh. Pretty fast at it? Not really, it's about the same speed every time. But I've got a Photoshop file put together which has the same basic outline for, and then I can just modify and put it together to get individual things. It really helps to unify the style of the thumbnails. So I use the same approach, and that made it a lot faster to just get a lot of thumbnails out in general. Okay, right, that is now connected, so I can now do this. Let's get, I think I need like, yeah, it's the CSDs. I'm going to have to use the basic cars, I think. I've only got, I've got 265 wood. I could use lenses for it, but this is all about getting it out there. A full train of lenses is going to cost a lot of wood. I don't know if I could properly do it, so... 8.02. Oh. There we go. Go to here, full load, and then go to here. Go. Yes, I know all of those trains have stopped. That's why I'm sending this thing out. Oh wow, look at the size of that engine. Yes, kneel, peasants. Bow before your one lord and master. I am Mark III. Yes. Oh, that is such a dinky little engine, that. Oh, wow. Oh, it's dropping down to minimum speed. It's not got much staying power, that, has it? Then again, it didn't have much space to build up speed, actually, after coming out of the depot, so... There we go. That's running along okay. I think I should get another train out there too. Let's get another CSD out. Once again, build it up with as many Talbots as I can. Yes, I know, you're complaining about lack of coal. That's why I'm trying to fix it. Once again, I actually built it too long. Orders are once again to go out to this station, get a full load, and then just go ahead and dump it over here. So, go ahead. Do I need more than that, actually? I mean, one of these trains is 108 coal, so that's pretty decent. Oh, the trains are still moving, actually. It's just they are really, really slow Yeah, they dropped to 10. Okay, I thought they'd stopped completely, but they're still moving at 10 miles an hour, so at least the network's still going. Ish. And I keep getting spammed with complaints that I'm out of stuff, so... Right, okay, you. Extend you. I want more coal, like yesterday, so get a coal deposits, get some coal storage. Can't afford a maintenance shed, can't do tons of supports, can't afford anything else, so that +2 is all I can handle right now. Yes, I know. Stop it. Stop telling me. Thank you. I am aware. I swear, this is driving me a little bit nuts. Oh, jeez. Yeah, where there's a whip, there's a way. Very much. Stop it! I know my network is out of coal, thank you. It's just not stopping. Oh, Liz. It really wants me to know that I'm out of coal. It wants me to know so badly. The last 3 didn't have them? Well, I knew the Space Engineers one didn't have it. That was on purpose. Because I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it or what to call the series. So it's like, I wanted to come up with a series name before I put thumbnails onto the Space Engineers ones. That was actually on purpose, that one. The Mecha Online ones, that was just accident. So, yeah. That is so annoying, like, just spamming. You're out of coal, you're out of coal! Beware, you're out of coal! I've come to suck your blood! Woo. No. Go away, vampire coal fiend. Right. At least there's this train coming through here now to deliver coal to this toolworks. So, come on. Okay, that should start to get me some decent coal. Yep, feeding a lot of coal. There we go. Now the network is starting to flow once more. Jeez. And it seems like 2 trains was actually about the right amount to send. Once I upgrade this coal mine a little bit more, this will be decent. Yeah. So as soon as I can afford to get an upgrade to this coal mine, then those 2 cars alone will be just fine. But yeah, dedicated coal. Oh, I thought they was about to complain about coal again. You're full of iron ore. I see. Sure. Thing is, this is actually max efficiency. It just doesn't have enough gas shock horror coal. That's why I was diverting all my coal down there, because it needs more coal to keep the steel going. Jeez. This thing really needs its upgrades. It needs a maintenance shed, which is 80 coal. I can't do tunnel lumber supports because I'd have to deliver oh, yep, there we go. Out of coal again. Oh, jeez. Stop it! Stop it! Oh, for goodness sake. Oh well, at least we've got that. And we've just passed the 3-hour mark, so yeah, I'm going to stop it here. And we've got the beginnings of... we've got the beginnings of getting this coal situation sorted out. I just need to get more coal trains running around up here, basically. That's what I really need. Let's grab a signal box, which will have to go like here, I think. Because that'll let me extend the station a bit. There we go. And that'll let that train, at least loading here, clear out of that, so it won't. Stop telling me, darn it. it's also really time I was getting to bed as well. It's like, ugh, my eyes are aching. That's a sign that I am tired and very tired and want to sleep. When my eyes start to ache. Don't know if anyone else ever comes across that one, but it's what happens with me. And oh, that's spamming so many messages. Okay, there we go. Yeah. This is some coal, but it's not enough to keep my entire network operating. Actually, can I very quickly? No, I need 80. No, wait, did I need 40 for this? No, I needed 80. Never mind. Oy. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. So you guys can keep on chatting in the chats. I think it shouldn't kick you out, at least. Also, my to-do list is just get this place sorted out because that incomplete junction is causing a lot of trouble. But yeah, I'm going to stop it there. This has been Iron Mark 3, chilling out on Mashinky. It was supposed to be like an hour stream, and it's like been 3 hours. But I don't mind though. I've actually had some fun continuing to play this game and make a complete and utter fool of myself as per usual. So yeah, as you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time. See you all later. And hopefully next time I'll get my coal problem sorted out. Yeesh. Good night, everyone.